Alrighty, welcome back, guys, to this cast, our first cast of
the Australian.
Our second cast.
First cast of the Australian, though.
Yeah.
Best of three. This is game two.
Game two.
We've got Game On Gaming.
Team on Gaming. Team Game On.
Game On. There we go. Team Game On. That's the one.
I think that's the one.
And Tesla. My mistakes there. Apologies.
Just loading into this captain's mode. I don't know if we're going to need a remake after this, but yeah. Now, I just wanted to bring this up just before we talk about any of these bands or picks which are coming out.
Like Nick's.
But like Nick's, like that one, yeah.
Yep.
Bruno's leg strat, she was talking about before. Now, he has the legless strat and he has the legged strat, like the little Shrek and all the mounts and everything like that.
Yeah.
Do Chen's creeps count? I mean, because if that counts, Chen's got 6 legs with his mount, and if he's got all his creeps...
Only 6?
I think only 6. He's got 2 of them himself and 2 for his mount.
I suppose.
And then he's got, if he's got centaurs, he's got 3
centaurs.
Then man, legged strat, just...
Is that 20 legs right there or something?
All of those legs, Alright,
so back to the draft. Thank you, Trent. Alright, so we got Nick's coming straight out from Tesla, and Bat Rider coming almost straight out from Game On. So pretty standard, really. Nothing too surprising there. Both very strong heroes, very useful, very potent, and really don't say a whole lot about team structures as either. So we'll see what comes up next.
Indeed. Question: I want to know if they can see me if I. Yeah. Anyways.
What are you talking about?
Just talking to people's. Honestly, what is going on? Well, we can see what's going on. They're wasting up their reserve time on this ban. I think what they're not quite sure about it is if they want to ban out the Undying or the Darkseer. That was my second one.
So I think Darkseer is the one.
I think Darkseer is the call.
That looks like Darkseer to me.
Indeed, but that lets Mag through as well, and really,
Mind
Team
you,
Game On just really hated that, and that's the Chen ban coming out of that game.
Pretty quick. Was that 3 seconds, 5 seconds?
They just really hated that, I think.
I don't know about... Well, I'm not sure about hated, because their lifesteal was a pretty big counter there. But they certainly saw the utility, especially with that level 1 gank on top lane. It made all the difference, really, I think. And they picking up the Lone Druid as well, first up. Tesla picking up the Lone Druid. They obviously feel very safe with that Lone Druid. And there's the other hero I was going to say is whether we're going to want the Undying to ban out. Undying, very annoying, very strong, hard to take down. Especially early. And there's the Rupik again, who's great at picking off some of those Ravagers. And also a good combo with Undying as well, luckily. So, very strong laning presence coming up. But the Lone Druid... I didn't like the early positioning of the Lone Druid. I thought that was a little bit problematic for him, actually. I think that kind of stuffed up his staff. Positioning in lane or positioning... Oh, as in where he laned. Positioning in lane, because he was the safe lane carry, where I really think he should have just been off lane, just trying to get rid of that Nike's farm, the lifesteal farm. They sorted that out pretty early, so it was alright. He did get experience from those 2 kills. Yes, true, he did. So, and he also got that experience from the butt lane as well. Oh no, that was him. That was him dying. That's him dying. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Anyway, so we've got the Magnus again. Although this time it's coming on Tesla's side, along with the Maybe they can show him how to reverse polarity a little bit. Just coming out with it, just saying. There's multiple times where he only managed to pick up the Tide or just one hero on his reverse polarity. I was really a little bit disappointed by that. I do agree. Although when he did pick one target, he picked the right target. But sure. But still, you kind of need more than one to make it worth your ultimate, which which goes through BKB as well. That would have been very important for them to get. And we have a Venomancer and a Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain coming up on Game On again. This is the second time. I think the only difference between this strat and the last strat is they had the Mag instead of the Undying. I think that was... Otherwise, no, I think it was exactly the same. Exactly right, yeah. No. Sorry, I remember now. You remember? It was Nikes at 3. It was Nikes 3. Yeah, sorry. This is just coming up, really, because we went in the draft for the last game.
But we are in for this game. And that Venomancer pick, they're obviously going to be working very well with the Lone Druid for his pushing.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
And also working very well in a tri lane.
Mm.
I think that's what's going to happen here.
Yeah, we could see another...
Potentially a mag tri lane.
A mag tri lane could potentially happen. And they just ban out the Naga. They're just afraid of that ulti just stuffing up the...
Well, for good reason, really.
I mean, it is a very scary ultimate to have when you have all of these team fights really coming in and just pushing, and there's nothing much you can do about it.
I think another respect ban, maybe. Or maybe just a general ban. I don't know. But Disruptor's being banned.
I don't feel like Disruptor had a massive presence in that game, just because it was just overwhelmed by the Lone Druid and the Chen, but his ultimates were just right on.
Yeah,
his kinetic
that
fields
is true. Spell placement was
right
very
there.
good.
And, I mean, I think they just got annoyed at the glimpse.
Who doesn't, really?
Yeah.
And again,
and another respect ban coming out.
Fair enough,
That
though. Puck was very, very well played.
Yeah, and Coddle banning out now from Team Tesla as well. I also like that that ban. Coddle is just one of those annoying heroes that you just don't really want to deal with. I mean, especially for that push, even though they already have the Venomancer, so I don't think they would want it, but it could be quite a bit of an answer to the Venomancer ward's defense and push.
Yes. Coddle being always useful with his mana as well.
And I think Geo just needs to ban out another mid hero or another. They could go for another carry, but I have a feeling that Mag would be core, and obviously Lone Druid is core. But the only core hero which is really revealed for Geo is the Queen of Pain.
Yes.
So in terms of that, they could potentially counterpick them a little bit harder.
But I think Geo really lacking in the carry potential at this point in time. That's really what they need to pick up something strong for. Whether they do actually go for the Lifestealer again or someone different.
They could go for the Lunar as well, but yeah, I'm not sure. They need to have an answer to the Lone Druid. I think that's an answer, sorry, the Lone Druid. I think that's just going to be where they're at. And the ban coming out of the Gyro, which, has been very popular now because of Mouse. He's loving that mid lane Gyro, which is something which I've picked up on, and it's very, very strong. I mean, the flat cannon and the rocket barrage and that missile is just annoying as hell.
Oh, it is frustrating.
It's very frustrating, especially when you're a melee hero. I mean, the pain. And Jakiro being banned out as well.
Yeah,
they don't want that mag combination of the mag Jakiro just sitting. Just gets them to sit in it.
Sitting in the fire, never fun.
Yeah. Well, they always say, don't stand in the fire, but when you have the mag combo, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to get out of it when you're stunned. That is true.
And there's a great follow-up stun from Jakiro as well. I think they're just a bit afraid of the combos that can come out.
And will they go into reserve time? They haven't got a whole lot left.
Yeah, they've only got 30 seconds, but Geo do have a more pressure on them in this draft, I think. Especially because they haven't revealed any core, but they could just land a couple of great support heroes like something which needs a setup time. Oh, and they pull out the Jug! Ooh. Wow, okay.
So what do you think? Is it going to be a number 1 Juggernaut or a number 2 Juggernaut?
I reckon he's going to be their one. He's going to be. I don't think he'll be able to really be able to do anything else but a 1. And I think that would just be Venomancer Juggernaut, and they'll pick up one more support hero and have that as their tri lane. They'll run Magnus mid, and they'll have the Lone Druid off lane. Now Mag mid has been proved a little bit weaker against some of the core mids. I mean, Queen of Pain's going to get a lot of harass up on him.
That will be a tough time in mid. I have to agree with you there.
But the Empower on Juggernaut when he's Omni Slashing, that is just going to hurt.
Wow, yes. I didn't think about that.
And that's certainly not one combo that I've actually seen with the Mag at the
neither
moment.
have I, actually, yeah.
I've seen Mag with Lifesteal, I've seen Mag with, the good old classic Sven, but I haven't actually seen it with Juggernaut yet, and I watch a fair bit of Dota.
Yeah.
But that will definitely save him on a Battle Fury. But he could still go for the Battle Fury.
I suspect he will still go for the Battle Fury because it's not just for the team fights, it's for the farming as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Chaos Knight, there we go. That's the carry we need from Geo. And a strength carry as well, making him a lot more survivable in those team fights. Likewise with the Lifestealer, it was very tough to take down for Tesla.
Indeed. Now, something else which has not been banned out, which I know to be very powerful, but it's also kind of easy to counter, is the Wisp CK combo, which is still available to them. I don't know if it's a very good pickup here, because of their tri-lane, which is just going to be so strong. Of course, I'm talking about Tesla's tri-lane here. But the Wisp CK is still an option, and that's been banned out quite a lot.
Yes, yeah, Wisp really a make or break hero when you do pick him, so I don't know if they want to take the risk, that's the thing.
Yeah, it is a very risky hero, very risky pickup.
Because it is, well, we've got 5 seconds left. Lena, very nice tri-lane.
And there's that tri-lane which I was talking about before.
Yeah, anyway, it's really a must-win game for Geo here, because losing the first of the 3,
yeah, and
if you lose the second one, I mean, that's it. It's over.
Yeah,
they really need to make this.
That will be it. This is make or break time. Make or break time. But that Lena is just going to set up perfectly with a Venomancer, I would guess. I'd have to say they could even take that offensively in a tri-lane.
Maybe. That Venomous Gale makes it very easy to land Lena's Light Strike or Rage Stun. And then, of course, the spin to win for the Juggernaut.
Spin to win. Gotta love spin to win. And she can just fall up with a Dragon Slave, and that's dead. Like,
yep.
I can't think of any tri-lane which would be able to survive that. And Shadow Fiend.
Alright, now the question is,
who is going mid?
Queen or Fiend?
Queen or Fiend? I like it. Queen or Fiend, that is a good question. I do not know these teams in terms of their actual play, in terms of who is their mid player generally. But yeah, we have Dr. Hydrusan MD on the Queen of Pain. He's going to be bottle rushing, so I'd say you'd be going mid.
Was he?
Bit of miscommunication, actually. They're both bottle rush builds. Because they also got DDTDota.
Dual mid?
No, surely not. Surely not dual mid.
Sorry, I jest.
Okay, he's switched his build up now. He's going to be going back in lane. And we also have Senior Moon on the CK. And he's going to be teaming up with that Rubik going bot lane by the looks. And probably Undying will follow them. We have Rage on the Undying. And have I missed anyone? No, DDTDota on the Shadow Fiend as well, yeah.
Alright then, so we have Oranges on the Veno, we have Situ Lino, and Fingerface on the Juggernaut. I'm not sure if that's irony or what, but anyway.
Well,
we've got Narcotic. He does have a mask. We've got... Damn it, Trent. Alright, Narcotic is the Magnus, and finally Wizard on the Lone Druid, as before.
Which I did not find... he's disappeared on me. There he is. There we go. And... yeah, that mag is going the bottle rush mid, so he's definitely going mid on that, which is just going to be really challenging versus a Shadow Fiend.
Mind you, he really does need that bottle to make this work. And we have Invis Rune first up in the top lane.
And I think they're just going to wait for it.
Yeah, and they just protect it.
Protect it. The Corn going to lane, it is going to be an offensive tri-lane. It is going to be an offensive tri-lane. I'm a little bit surprised about that. Oh, Mitchell, did you see the Lena hat? Oh yeah, the Lena hat.
Very nice.
Invisibility.
And it looks like Veno's going to try and give Mag the first blood on the Shadow Fiend.
Good choice, really. I think he really does need whatever advantage he can
get. It's coming out. Can he get the skewer back to base? He can't actually get round him. It looks like he's just going to go for the skewer front on. Yep, there we go. And there's first blood. Very well executed again, and that is not the start that Team Game On wanted. And they missed up there. Oh, no logos for Team Game On.
Oh. That's right. I'm sure they'll still play just as good.
And yeah, you just got to be afraid of this tri lane. It is going to be very scary. I mean, they've warded up over here, blocking that pool camp for them. But the Queen of Pain is solo, and she doesn't have a blink. I mean, you would have to say of all the heroes to be on this lane, Queen of Pain is actually kind of safe.
Yeah, very good choice. And I think their lanes have been worked out a lot more beneficial for both sides now, especially offensive trialing against the Lone Druid, making it very hard for him to farm much at all. And like you're saying, the Queen against the offensive trialing of Tesla, making it hard for them to...
He's just been landed with the Light Strike already, but he just blinks out.
But, like, the killing power is coming from Juggernaut here, really, with his Blade of Fury early. So Blink really makes that very hard to land much on it as all.
Poor lone druid. Being blocked in there. And yep, here comes the Venomancer, and they're going again on this mid. And he has enough for skewer, and you just got to be really sad for this mid. This Shadow Fiend is just being owned. They do not have the wards up just in this jungle area to be able to see. In fact, all of their wards are just down here protecting this offensive tri-lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they really need it though. The Lone Druid, well, he can jungle. I don't know if he's gonna pull. Really?
Yeah, and they didn't actually block any of the pull camps, I don't. Oh yes, they did. They have the magic bush up. Never mind. They have the magic bush.
Yeah.
I lie.
Do you want to just explain what the magic bush does?
Oh, sorry. The magic bush. It's this bush right about there. You can kind of see it. You can put a ward around there, and it blocks not only this camp but this camp as well, which is very useful. And
oh, DC
that's
from
a DC, Queen. And that's probably a little bit BM if they get this kill. I'd have to say. Yeah, I think they'll. If Tesla are nice, they should let this go, because obviously he was lagging out. Nope, they're pinging on him. Looks like they just really want to get this kill. And what is this fiery soul coming out from Delina?
Well, like I said before, I think they're relying on the Battle Fury to do the killing, and making her, keeping her spell only in Light Strike Array means she saves her mana, and the fiery soul means that her auto attacks will follow Queen after she blinks. So
true.
Maybe that would be the reasoning behind that.
But
we'll have to find out.
Lack of burst with that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not disagreeing by any means, but
yeah, and they let
it's really a matter of making do with the best you can at this point, I think. And
this Lone Druid is not. Ooh, I should have the last hits up. Sorry there, guys. If you're watching my stream, sorry about that. Yeah, obviously the last hits of this mag, it's just dominating at the moment over the last hits of this Shadow Fiend. He does have bottle up now, but it's bottle and boots.
That is true.
And they're going on this Lone Druid, and there's a great pick-off. They really need to convert this offensive tri-lane into kills, and I think that would be the CK, just pulling everyone into Team Stone. But they're going to answer right away with the Venomancer going on this Shadow Fiend mid.
Queen pause again. Obviously having some issues there.
And Tesla calling for one recon as well. Just letting him know what's going down. And he picks up a Dragon Slave.
There we go, that's Dragon Slave.
That's probably what I was looking for. Probably, I don't know what he's going to max out. I love to max out the Dragon Slave just for the long range nuke and the better cast time, because it doesn't have the delay. But you could land like on the blink target, like on blinking. As he runs away, if he aims it, he could land it. But that really depends.
But keep in mind that that's the only stun that they have in lane.
That is true, especially with the Venomancer just constantly ganking this mid, which has just been working out great for him, and he's definitely pinged to go on this, but I'm not sure if this Shadow Fiend is going to really be able to do anything about it.
It just depends on how early he catches on to what's going on again, really. I mean, it's two times already, so maybe he should be a bit more careful than what he is. Maybe.
And this offensive tri-lane, even though they're not pulling, I'm just not exactly sure what they're getting. What they're getting from this, really. I mean, they're getting a lot of farm up on the CK, but it's not really that much. I mean, when you look at it, the Undying has a comparable rate of farm. Oh. There we go. Sorry. And yep, this gank coming out, not quite.
Yep, there you go. Backing off, as he should.
They need to be very aware of these miscalls, because if they just miss one miscall, missing the miscall. Because this rotation just coming down, and here he goes, and he's walking white towards the Venomancer, gets off the Gale, and that is going to try and TP out, but there's nothing you can do against this skewer. And this is how you make Magnus mid work, just with constant ganks, either from him or to him, and that is just showing off.
Just have a look at the net worth, I think. That really tells the story about this mid lane.
Oh, current goal, net worth. Wow.
Double Juggernaut, and Juggernaut is virtually having free farm.
Wow. That is impressive. This is not looking good for Team Game On.
I have to definitely second that. Now,
Still
where's
sneaking by
Mag?
from Roshan.
Mag's just sneaking in the secret shop with his Invis rune.
I think he's just wanting to grab his arcanes, safely.
That's right.
Without getting in, just leaving the Venomancer just to get a little bit of free farm, a little bit of solo experience, and the Lone Druid has been forced into the jungle.
Which is really probably a good move from him, trying to keep it as safe as he can. Really not having a really great time against the trial lane, for good reason though. Rubik, Undying, and CK, very strong.
They're going to try and search him out, but he's positioned exactly where he needs to be. Great positioning from Wizard. I've been really impressed with his Lone Druid play, and they realise that they can't get him. And they just back right off. And he just switches creep camps. Man, and I may have missed this. Oh, it's just starting up. He had an Invis rune. And does he have reverse polarity? He does, but I don't know if he's going to use it. 2 seconds on Shockwave. Yeah, he's just going to hit with Shockwave kill. Yeah, there we go.
So what's that now? 3-0-1 on the Magnus. Wow.
This mag is going to be big. And interesting enough, the healing ward is coming out from Jug as well, and I love that mask.
Calm down, Trent. Calm down. It's okay.
I'm sorry, but they're not actually converting this into a tower yet. You really would have wanted this tower down a little bit earlier. And the rotation coming on is just warding. Never mind.
It's alright, Trent. He's not doing anything too silly.
I thought he was going to come gank. I was wrong.
Now, double damage rune. Up top.
Up top.
For the Magnus.
Oh, the pings. Oh, thank you. Yep, and just being babysitted there by the laner, just making sure that you can get it. And they're pinging to go on this this Venomancer, but I think what I have to say, Mitchell, is I just need a scream bait right now.
Yes, it does look a little bit bait, especially with double damage in the bottle on Magnus, and Lena just sneaking around the corner there.
Level 2 skewer. I mean, they're going to try and go on them.
Of course, it is night time at the moment, so there's not a whole lot much they can see across the other side of the river.
No. And I think they're a little bit cautious about going on this. Rightly so, really, because I think they would have seen the Lena rotation with this ward up here, but I'm not.
Yeah, they did see Lena hanging around with the double damage rune, so they know that Magnus has got that, and they know that Lena's around somewhere, but where is the question?
And they're just letting it go, and Lone Druid's getting some farm back down on this bottom lane. And yet they realise, and they're popping out. Or they just don't really want to go. Either or.
Chaos Knight just picking up drum.
A bit of a wasted rotation. I mean, you have to say that their rotations this game have not been that successful. Whereas that Venomancer rotating down from the top has just been very powerful. And they're just letting this Jug free farm now. He can't really kill the Queen of Pain, but I don't feel that the Queen of Pain can kill him either.
Especially with his Battle Fury making magic immune, just means that all of her damage virtually does nothing.
And they're searching for the Lone Druid, but he's already all the way back here.
He knew what was going on.
He was very aware.
He was out of there as soon as he figured
They did have the ward there as well, oop, I think. And they're going to counter gank this as well. They smoked up. I don't know who bought the smoke, unfortunately, but they're smoking up.
I do believe it was Venomancer. He's the one with the gold here.
And yep, he's gonna skewer in an RP. I think he's just waiting for an opportunity. He reveals himself, but they can't see him. And that is, so unlucky! Managed to get up there, Undying, just stuck on the cliff. Should be able to get out. But that is just gonna be, there you go. The CK just drops. Undying gets out. But that was a good TP support. Managed to only pick off the 2.
Unlucky that, reverse polarity chucked him up the cliff. Really there.
Yeah, that was...
Otherwise, it probably would have been 3, I have to say.
That was a great initiation. Just skewering just straight down here. Except just landing the RP about here just pushes them up on onto that cliff face. You can cast RP while... Another DC as well. Just having some connection issues this game. Reminds me of Impact Land.
Mind you, our issues are a bit bigger than this.
Yeah, very true. But he could have been out... I can't draw when it's paused. That's annoying. But he can RP around about here. Like, you can RP while you skewer. So if he RP'd that, he would have been able to get him right in the river. And then that maybe would have
That's all right. He's
Connected that.
402, so really nothing to complain about there.
Yeah, he's happy. I think he's very happy.
Yeah. And the Venom answer to go with that 104.
And a point booster coming up from the jug.
Going for early Ags?
Early Ags. Very early Ags, mind you. Like, normally we see him going for like a phase boots or a power treads.
Or maybe it's because he doesn't want the Battle Fury.
We could be relying on... What's he thinking? I don't exactly know. Maybe they're relying on the mag with this in power. I mean, he's been getting some good levels.
And experience.
Good levels and XP. Yep. He's been loving it. But yeah, that is probably what he's going to just do. He's probably just going to rely on that and just... I don't think they're going to even need to wait this out. But if they're going to go into the jungle and farm, you know, just let Jug get up a couple of items, a couple of big items. Like, I guess the mag can just hang around, give him some power, make his job a little bit easy.
Yeah. I'm looking at the team. I mean, really, it's not very heavily disabled. So we'll have to wait and see how well they do in the big team fights, because...
Sorry, which team were you?
Specifically,
Tesla.
My apologies. Tesla. Not a huge amount of disables coming out of them. Obviously, Light Striker Rays,
you can stack the disables with mag if you time them properly. Now, that is a big if. But
so that's the thing. It's really one hero that has the disables in the team.
Yeah, definitely only mag has that set disable. I mean, we have the Entangle from Lone Druid, but that's a chance to disable. And the Light Strike Away doesn't always hit.
But it's the thing with Lone Druid is it's not a true disable.
Yeah, very true.
They're immobilized. They can still cast spells. They can still attack.
And if that pops on the CK when he's wanting to attack someone, I mean, it's not really a big issue for him, really.
Well, provided they don't run away.
True.
That's the thing.
And he can Phantasm out of that if he really wants.
It all depends. But yes, we will see. We will see. Hopefully we'll get back in sometime soon. Queen is apparently in game, but...
Apparently he's in, but I'm not quite sure if he's actually reconnected, Mitchell. As in, like, you know how you reconnect him first.
Still loading, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
And I think, really, the sad story of this game is Shadow Fiend, really. He's currently sitting on 0-4-0 and a bottle.
Yeah. He is hating life. Man. And he's actually just gone into stacking. Is he going to stack? Yeah, I think he's going to stack that.
Yeah, that should be right.
That should stack.
Hey, there we go.
He's just going to be stacking those because I don't think he feels safe just staying in this lane. They don't have the ward placement just to be able to see the rotation. Because they placed their wards all down here at the start of the game. And I don't know if that was a great move. Well, respectively, not a good move, but...
Yeah. Mind you, at the moment, there's wards everywhere, really. Both sides, wards everywhere.
True.
How many have you got? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 wards. There you go. 6.
And,
My apologies.
CK's
6.
now... Sorry, 6. CK's now looking at this Jug to see if he can get anything on him, but I think he's just poking at him. Give him a little poker ass. You know, just saying hi.
As you do.
Yeah. It's like, yep, I do have a stun. Thanks for letting me know.
Rolling the dice on the stun as well. Maybe that's what it is. Waiting for the 4 seconds.
Does he have a 4? He
does have a 4.
He does have a 4, but it's not as high a chance as he probably would like. And Mag just harassing them out of lane. A little bit. Where's the... there he is. It's with his shockwave, forcing him to use a little bit of regen there.
And tower down on the bottom, Lone Druid Bear taking him down very quickly.
Yeah, and he's starting to get some items up now. He's got the face bits again, and he's got the Orb of Venom up again. And yeah, he's just starting to push. He's got boots on both. And yep, they're not even going to defend this. I don't even know if they're looking to trade. Because just going to spin to win.
There's not much they can do, really. The mid lane is being aggressed as well. And
Shadowfin comes down. Sorry, Shadowfin is down. And he's got a wand now, and he's looking to probably build up a Wraith Band, but he is not loving life at the moment. He's pretty much hated life, really.
Yeah, I don't know how much worse you could get for this Shadowfiend at the moment. Really being pushed to the edge.
Oh, and I totally didn't pick that up.
Jeez. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, and that is going to be Shadow
And
Fiend
there's
dying,
Shadow
and I
Fiend.
got that one.
Nice strength. You got half of it. So it looks like Venomancer is going to the mech.
Yep, I'd say he does have that early farm, so if they can get that early mech out, that'd be great for him. And yep, it's going to be an early mech. I don't know where he has the buckler, but no, it's Blink Dagger coming out for Mag though.
Big item right there. That's important.
Those initiations are just going to be very scary. Very scary indeed.
And chipping away at the mid tower as well. Maybe we'll go down in the next few minutes.
But Lone Druid now just becoming the push that we saw him in the last game. He was led off the lone a little bit better, and his lane position was right this time in comparison to this previous one. And there's a rotation coming now. But I don't know if they don't really want to fight that. They just want to back off.
That's fair enough.
And
Keep it
TP
safe.
change, switch lanes. And yep, that is a great TP change. And the spin to win. And just eating the treat. And that is going to be another kill.
Makes it look easy, really.
First kill for Juggernaut though. Considering their powerful lane, I mean, he's just been farming, which is great for him.
Mind you, Queen is very hard to pin down.
True. But just have a look at their net worth just for me. Would you, Mitchell, just look at that mag. Just up at 5.4.
I think what's actually more telling than just the mag at 5,500 is the top four are all from Tesla.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even the Venomancer is beating the CK.
That just makes it painful.
Yeah. But I think that most of that's setting up on the mech in his inventory.
Well, really, mech is...
Sorry, the mech recipe, sorry. The mech recipe.
Still.
It does help, But it's not quite used yet. Whereas the CK does have most of power treads. Yeah, he's going to get his power treads up. And Drum obviously already being on him.
Maybe we'll see this tower come down. We've got 3 in mid.
And he's got a smoke on him as well, so they could potentially gank out of it. And he's slowly building that buckler up. And he's got 1 level in power finally, so he probably could go into the jungle now. I'm talking about Juggernaut here. And he's got a Void Stone. Oh, and that's a 3-second stun, and rotation's coming here. But spin to win. Gets him out.
And TP support as well. Very well done from Tesla. Know what's going on. It is rune from Magnus as well, so maybe they might be able to counter-initiate this.
Possibly.
Because we've got 3 in lane, and Veno coming up as well.
Yep, Veno's coming up behind. Mag, I think, just revealed himself. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, but he misses. But he lands that. Venomancer in a slightly bad position over there, but he is not going to die. In fact, he got his ulti off, and Gale, all on the Shadow Fiend, he's just dying.
Trying to deny himself on the neutrals, but not having any of it. A stolen battle. Blade Fury there.
And what do you know? Apparently Juggernaut isn't the only one who can spin to win. And great stun dodge then from the Queen of Pain. And they're just letting him go.
And TP's cancelled, which is probably a good move. They don't want to come in on this.
Yes, that would probably not be wise. And they're just going to take this tower and push this down.
As they should. Getting out the fortify as well.
And the XP graph is just showing the story of this game. Above 10k.
Looks
and
like
the gold is above 7.5 as well.
Looks like an exponential to me.
Hey, bring in the maths terminology, Mitch. Love it.
That's good. And 3 in for Geo. Magnus.
And he's got a perseverance now as well. So he's got a perseverance.
Lena in trouble. Oh, but the stun on cooldown.
On cooldown, manages to TP out. I'm assuming that was a TP.
That was TP. That thing, yes, that happened.
A little bit flustered coming out of this.
A sad day indeed. Yes.
Yeah, not quite getting there.
Now, I have to say, Shadow Fiend, how long ago was it? It was 5 minutes, 6 minutes? He's just finished his Wraith Band.
Yeah, that is gotta hurt.
That's frustrating.
That is just hurting. I mean, like I said, the net worth is just showing the story of this game. Experience just also up there in the 10k, and yeah, it's just painful. 4 game on now. I don't know how they can come out of this unless they can catch either the Lone Druid or... because he's just sitting in bottom, but he's just going to go on the Shadow Fiend now, and that's going to be a very dead Shadow Fiend.
Well, we'll see how many entangles he gets, but I'm not sure if that was the best move there.
Oh, TP's out just...
Ooh.
Lucky no entangles.
Oh, yes.
It's probably a good thing,
lucky
though.
Indeed.
Right decision to TP out in the end. And they're trying to push up out in this tier 1 still.
There's not much they can do about it, though, Geo.
And
Magnus trying to
just missing.
Back.
And that's the tower falling. Juggernaut gets a 3-second stun.
Vene coming in behind. Ulties.
RP landing on 2. And Screaming Pain coming up from there as well. But Rubik steals it, I think. And was able... and there is the ulti coming out, but he blinks out of it. Yes, Rubik did steal the reverse polarity there. But it's still going to go down. And the Shadow Fiend still doesn't have his ulti.
Good stun from Lena there to protect Juggernaut, almost taking out. But the healing ward doing a very good job at keeping everyone alive.
And just a little bit late. Doesn't have
stuns
there either. And that is going to be a dead Undying.
And that's it.
Spin to win, just showing up. Just showing how to do those breakdance moves. Just really, either that or ballerina, but, you know, I don't know if I can imagine Jug being a ballerina.
Well, it's finger face, remember? It's finger face.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Could be, you know.
That's right, that's right.
And
well done by Tesla there. Very good play, really. But that's really what you expect, though, with their advantage at the moment.
Only losing 1 hero, I think, as well. Was it one? No heroes. I need to check. I think it was
Venomancer went down.
Yeah. Because he was slightly out of position.
No.
And Lone Druid is just out of position, and this is that kill that we were talking about before, that they just really wanted to get. Tombstone probably a little bit OP. Don't think they needed that.
I don't know about... I think excessive is the word.
Excessive is the word I'm looking for, indeed.
That's right,
That is a T2 for him.
That's quite annoying for Wizard on the Lone Druid, but really, I don't know if that changes things, to be honest.
Yeah, Lone Druid wasn't really the one carrying this game. It was the Mag and the it is a Battle Fury. He does go for the Battle Fury. Maybe the point booster was just to get that early HP mana up. You know, maybe throw him off. Maybe be like, oh, I'm gonna go Ags. But he just pulls out the Battle Fury.
Of course, he can go Ags now.
Yeah, true.
And Venomancer out of position there, but goes to high ground, stays safe.
But reverse polarity is still up, and so is Blink Skewer, so I don't know if they really wanted to fight on that.
Yeah, that's right. It was a matter of threat from support, really, more than anything.
They could have just turned into some big bait. Big, juicy bait.
I think Oranges likes being the bait.
Yeah, he loves it. You know, everyone likes to eat oranges, so that kind of makes sense. And they did find the Jug. He was just hiding behind there, but Omni Slash.
Omni Slash.
Yeah.
Hard to get away from that one.
And he did steal Omni Slash.
Ulti does go off.
And that is a very dead Shadow Fiend.
Resummons on the bear as well.
And I think that's going to be tier 2 mid.
Yeah, I can't see them doing anything about that at this point. Juggernaut taking the last hit as well.
Indeed. And that makes him even bigger. Yeah, he's going to go for the axe now. So it was just an early HP buffer.
Magnus leading the way in the gold per minute at this point, with Juggernaut close second and Lone Druid third. So that's where you want it, really.
Yeah, and this is just going to be the another unstoppable push I feel coming. And it's just going to be tier 3 mid. They're going to try and go high ground on this. And they really, I think they can. Most of the ultis are down. They still have the reverse polarity. And yeah, that is just something that you don't really want to fight up against.
But that bear is taking a lot of damage, and they don't have the resummon for a fair little while.
30 seconds on that resummon, so I think they're just going to wait a little bit. Just wait. Just wait for it. Just let it happen.
Let it happen. This is looking very familiar to last game, I have to say. The very heavy pressure from Tesla against the central lanes and
dodging that stun. That was very well dodged. Yeah, Tesla has been dominating very hard team game on.
Venomance is making sure that he keeps the wards up on the high ground. Make sure they stay with vision.
And this lone druid pick has just been really, really crucial for them. And these other heroes are just really not really been banned out. And maybe they should have banned out the lone druid just to stop this push, because he's got the Maelstrom up now.
Mind you, lone druid was the first pick, so I don't know if that was really something they could afford to do, though.
Yeah, first ban lone druid would be kind of difficult. But there's the reverse polarity going in on 2. Follow-up stun from Lena with the Dragon Slave. And the Laguna Blade as well going down. Trying to get his ulti off, but that is an Omni Slash from Jug. And that is 3 dead. And there's not much they can do now. Surely the GG will be coming. Buyback now from the Undying. And also from the Shadowfiend again. And Shadowfiend just being picked off again. And that's a double kill going out for the Lone Druid. Undying desperately trying to save mid-racks, but that's an Entangle and he's going down as well. And that's another buyback coming from the Queen of Pain. That's 3 buybacks this fight, and I think that is just going to tell the story, and he's just going to have to hang back. And that's just unfightable. 27-6.
Wow.
Experience graph probably blowing out now. Yeah. Well
almost 20,000.
Almost 20,000.
Over
Gold
20,000.
over 20,000.
Wow.
This game is surely over.
Mind you, when I see those buybacks, it makes me worry about how much gold they're just giving to Tesla. Because
forcing those buybacks, it didn't actually give them anything. They still got the mid-racks down.
And they still died. Like,
well, 2 of them still died, yeah.
Undying and
Shadowfiend.
both dying after buyback. So, really just giving the gold away, I think.
And that's Lena just signaling to them. I think they would just want to go push through mid.
Maybe smoke, maybe. She's got the smoke, so who knows?
Did she not Laguna Blade? I thought she did. I swear I saw the animation. Maybe the target died beforehand. And that ward just spotting out the CK farming, and they're going to go for this, I think.
Ooh, Magnus
misses the stun. But great blink skewer, and that is going to be a dead CK.
Very dead. Very, very dead.
And this is just looking very bleak now for these Team Game On.
I think that's probably a massive understatement. They're trying. Bleak is the least that it is at this point.
Yeah, you would have to say that this game is fairly over, quite decisive, and Team Tesla just been showing off their skills.
Very consistent
ganking,
as well.
Secure picks of the Lone Druid, and there's another RP coming out, and this is probably going to be the final fight, I would have to say. Great spells coming out, there's an Omni Slash, and that's 3 down. And yeah, there goes the GG. They realise that this is over. And they've just, I don't think they just couldn't hack it anymore. And that is Team Tesla going through to the semi-final in the Australian tournament.
Very well played, I think.
Very well played, and that's been great to see. And that's just polishing them off. Queen of Pain going in for the kill does get the Lena, but pays for it with her life.
That's okay. That's okay. No expectation there, really.
And I think that's just, they've just let it go. I mean, the double Hyperstone's out on the bear. Spirit Bear just really hurts.
They really want the entangles. Really want the entangles.
Yep, the entangles are pretty telling. Well, I did comment on the hat. Oh, and it's not there anymore. Apparently, she just took her hat off. Yep.
Apparently, a unisexual hat. Who knew?
Unisexual hat.
Who knew?
Who knew? Shockwave.
Oh, he makes it out.
Oh, he got sucked back in. Unlucky.
I think they're bumming around now. No one wants to leave.
Just having a little bit of fun.
Oh, Venomance is down.
That's another one down.
Shadowfiend's down.
Oh,
Juggernaut's almost down.
Venomance is down.
Queen's
trying to get the jugs.
No, yes.
Omni Slash.
The zombie.
It's 5 seconds, but the zombies. Those zombies. Oh man, zombies are OP. Everyone hates the zombies. And
wow,
that bear just being so tanky now.
That's num bear right there.
And that is just another fight over. And you'd have to say 39-10.
Well, I don't know if that really counts. It was 31-6 by GG.
Yeah, true. By the GG call. They're just trolling around a little bit at the end there.
That's alright.
huge net worth, just well over half the team down. And that was just a very decisive victory for Tesla. I'm looking forward to seeing them in the next round of this tournament, going up in the semi-finals. And you won't be able to see who they're playing against. And I think I've closed it, but Mitchell is up. I want to find out who they're playing against. And yes, that match is still to be decided, but it looks like it's going to be between Team M and J.
MNJ, that's right.
I think that's
and
right.
We forgot Roche.
We forgot Roche, which, sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I have to say I've done that a few times.
Yeah, I've forgotten about that. But that's a very decisive victory, and really good to see.
Promising play from Tesla.
Promising signs for the end of this tournament. And, yep, I think that's going to be us. All the stuff we're going to be doing for today. So, it was lovely to have you guys listen in. Please support us. We have a YouTube channel, DDTDota. We also have a Facebook page.
Also, DDTDota.
Just, find it. We'll be up there. And we have, first 2 casts coming out. I think we've been fairly happy with these.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Feel free to give us some feedback. We also have our DDTUs, which is like our updates, mini update videos. Lots of trolls in there.
Good fun.
Good fun. Just us having some laughs.
We think so, at least.
Yeah. I think we probably like it a little bit too much. But until next time, guys, I'm Trentus.
I'm Dark Dawn.
And we're DDTDota. See you next time.
See you around.